Mills announcing Detroit as the setting of our broadcast today. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, James Harden moved past Larry Bird on the career points list. Harden said, passing one of the greatest ever is a great honor. I just got to continue to build because at the end of the day, I want my name to be mentioned with those greats. Well, it already is. Guys?
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. And tonight, two clubs, Steve, that love to work their half-court sets. What can fans expect when they watch this one?
These are two unique teams. We don't see too many slow-paced teams these days, Kevin. But what you can expect is the teams trying to dominate the paint on the offensive end and on the defensive end.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Bembry. Then it's Mills. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And for the Pistons, Jackson is out there with Bay. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Hayes in at the 2 spot. Durant inside. He's defended by Bay.
The ball handling from Durant really a key to what sets him apart as a player. He can pull up and break you down.
Pass to Cunningham. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they'll keep possession. Outside Durant to the inside. There's Bembry. Lays it up off the glass.
We don't talk about KD's passing enough. Durant is an elite playmaker.
Cunningham inside. Covered by Mills. Yep, it counts.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
To the left side wing. Aldridge, the pass to KD. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here's Cunningham. His last outing, 16 points for him.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
Now, here's Cunningham. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run 2 at him, he will immediately find the open man.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And then Durant with the dunk.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Low block shot on the way. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Mills passes to Durant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Mills. On the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And KD the bucket on the assist by Mills. Durant's got 9.
This is as good as it gets. poor first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Mills with the steal, and now in transition is Mills. Here we go. The finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Aldridge is a pro's pro. Keep your eyes open to make a play for someone else.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And he drives in. Count it. Nets leading by 7. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Bembry kicks to Mills. The pass to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Moving so fast toward the rim, KD rips through the lane with a lot of tenacity.
Here's Hayes. 9 points last game out. Pass to Bay. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Bembry somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Bembry's got his second basket of the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
The question is, do you leave him in? Obviously, you don't want him to pick up a third foul this early.
He's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And the Nets making a change here as well. Carter, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Bay. Five to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Brooklyn with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Now, here's Cunningham. Passes it to Bay. He kicks it to Hayes. That shot missing. Nice D from Aldridge.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And here's KD for 3. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, Greg, should they simply play the young guns no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
I think there should be a combination, and as long as guys are pros and really approaching the game the right way, you want to give them an opportunity to grow, and also it gives you a chance to evaluate.
Lee against Carter, and the pass to Lyles. There's Lee with the 3. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. It's a 14-point game. KD passes to Griffin. Pass to B. Goes back up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well. to get them some points. I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Pass to Wiles. It's tipped. Durant with the steal. Here's B. Here he goes. Bucket is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
Here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How about the composure down low for Jackson? He's showing all the tools in that toolbox, becoming very efficient when attacking the rim.
B the pass to KD. And finished off by KD.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Here's Jackson. After the basket by Brooklyn. Passes it to Magruder. And it's sent back by KD.
Beautiful defense from KD, a capable shot blocker, both on ball and in help situations.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant, and Thomas subbed in for Bruce Brown. And there's the pass to Jackson. B the pass to Magruder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the line for him here.
For Detroit, Rodney Magruder.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Nets leading by 20. Pass to Thomas. Nets passing it around. Passes it to B. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The pass to B. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you gotta love how Jackson shares the ball with his teammates. You gotta like that unselfish mindset.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Carter looking around. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And Jackson isn't bashful about pulling up from the mid-range. He just has a nice-looking stroke from that spot on the floor.
Carter with the 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And Kevin Durant able to get his shot anytime he wants. But he points out that defense requires all 5.
This league does not one-on-one defense, so it's a team defense. And, the best defenders, the reason why they're the best defenders is because they got 4 guys behind them that's going to help them and that they trust. So, I think that's what makes us good when we do that.
I agree. Well, if they're locking teams up, they're awfully hard to stop.
And KD, with his length, probably underrated as far as his defensive impact.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Isaiah Stewart out there with B. Then it's Josh Jackson. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. And it's Magruder in at the 1 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
The Pistons shooting with confidence. 50% from the field so far. Here's Magruder, covered by Mills. Back to Magruder. Here's Stewart, and it's blocked. Left side, Thomas. Over Jackson, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Thomas got his first 2 points of the night. This Pistons squad struggling.
And last season was Mills' best. Now in his mid-30s, he's only getting better, affecting the game beyond his shooting.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Despite their record, there is optimism around the Detroit Pistons. Killian Hayes said, "We have a fun team. We love seeing each other succeed. We've got a bright future." Coach Dwayne Casey says if we bring this same type of intensity, toughness each and every night, then good things will happen. Kevin, back to you.
Detroit tough. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Different look here for Detroit. Bays checked in for B. Jackson comes in for Jackson. And it's Cunningham in for Rodney Magruder. And then for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Johnson. And it's Bembry in for B. Smitty, it's amazing how efficient Mills has become.
He has tremendous shooting percentages across the board, Kevin. He takes care of the ball, and he gives you a calm presence. Unselfish. Look at the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
Basketball.
The Pistons making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pulls up. Gets some room on the way in, and the bucket's good.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Here's Mills. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. Here's Claxton. He's defended by Bay.
Great scores like Aldridge. D plays him to shoot. He locates the open man. Easy doing.
The basket counts in 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Now, here's Mills. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drives to the hoop. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Stewart kicks to Hayes. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Watching Hayes, he keeps his eyes up, always looking for a better shot, either for himself or his teammates.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his second foul of the game.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. The shot missing. And the Pistons now going the other way.
They didn't play well in that second half. Had a big lead, but just didn't sustain the momentum. They ended up giving it away.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now Mills. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. With his first shot attempt, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Defensively, you play Mills to set up from range, so he sneaks inside the arc and does damage.
Mills with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for him.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Brooklyn has possession. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. To the wing right side. Covered by Hayes, and it's denied. Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Stewart. Outside for Jackson. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when the guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Jackson and Detroit again with the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Griffin passes to Brown. Back to Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Smitty, inevitable that a player's physical gifts may diminish over the years. But one thing about Blake Griffin that will never go away is his leadership ability.
I totally agree. He's one of the most respected players in the NBA, and that will continue even after his playing days are over.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Jackson. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive and work 24/7 to make sure he is.
And it's out of bounds. They didn't see it. It was a nice touch by Brown. He's checked in for the Nets. And here's Cunningham. 12 points for him. Three-pointer. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're leading by 8. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season.
Look at the body control after drawing the bump. Griffin still an elite athlete.
Now, here's Cunningham. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 15 points.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
A minute 50 left here in the second. Outside, KD. Pass to Griffin. Outside for KD. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Durant's got 22 points.
And what do you expect? Durant's not going to let you disrespect him on the other end without an answer.
And it's sent back by KD. On the wing, Brown. To the middle. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. And Thomas subbed in for Javon Carter. To the left wing, here's B. Bangs home the trifecta. 9 points in the game so far.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Passes to Jackson. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from B.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Good on the three-point shot.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Back to Lee. From downtown. And there's Jackson on the assist by Lee. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Thomas passes to Johnson. Brown outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it.
He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks. Dwayne, not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 22 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially at the offensive end. It's taken a lot of pressure off their starters. What a luxury to have a second unit that can produce.
And Kenny, what do you think about Detroit?
Well, don't get me started with their perimeter D. They're standing around flat-footed, not closing down on shooters quickly enough. The result is way too many open threes, and at halftime, the deficit, that couldn't be avoided.
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Pistons trail by 10, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Durant, also LaMarcus Aldridge out there. Mills out there with Bembry. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Tipped away, and Brooklyn has possession. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Sadiq Bey was the 19th pick in 2020 out of Villanova, and he made an immediate impact for the Pistons. Dwayne Casey said he's a coach's dream, adding he's made himself into one of the top 3-point shooters of his class. A defender, and he's just scratching the surface. The guy's not bad for a rebuilding team.
You're right, they got a good one. Thanks. Here's Bembry. Lays it up and banks it in. Bembry's got 6 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass break. Here we go. Here's KD through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. Now, here's Cunningham. Covered by Mills. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Cunningham.
That's good from Cunningham. Nets leading by 11. Mills dishes to KD. Over Stewart. And it's Durant missing.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Bembry kicks to Mills. And the Nets, another 3.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham slams it in.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And now another look at that mobile 1 block defensive performance.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Known as more of a shooter than a playmaker, Mills has improved at running the offense.
Here's Jackson, and he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Timeout called.
Isley's checked in for Detroit. And the Nets making a change here as well. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Hands it from downtown. KD's got 27 points.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
There's the drive. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Cunningham.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Mills with it. He's got 5. The pass to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
One of the all-time scoring greats. Durant is racking up the points tonight. There's nothing you can do to stop him.
Here's Jackson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 19 points in the game.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Claxton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. Again, the Nets for two. Pistons trail by 13. Outside Jackson. And Durant sends it back. Here's Isley. Pistons keep it alive. Stewart kicks to Bay. Fires the three. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Brooklyn with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside, KD. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. There's Jackson with the three. And another three for Detroit.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. 7-point differential. From the line, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Mills.
Patrick Mills.
Mills has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Cunningham.
Nets.
He's got 25. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
For the Nets.
Brooklyn on defense. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Isley. That one a little long.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
I'll tell you what. Durant takes a lot of contact inside. Defenders try to muscle him, but it doesn't matter.
Here's Lee. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Eklund. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thomas passes to Bembry. Here's B. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. We've seen Kevin Durant. Really a great game.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for Isaac. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Lee outside. Here's Magruder. He's guarded by Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The dynamic rag between players and officials is always interesting. There's some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Diallo, he's checked in for Detroit. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Brooklyn leading by 12. Pass to Brown. Here's KD. Over Diallo. Durant. That's good. KD's got 35.
What versatile shooting by KD, making the most of a mid-range look.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. So it's the Pistons now. Here's Lee. Eklund. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Brooklyn's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. To the paint. Griffin kicks to Brown. Durant down low. Yep, that one goes in there. KD's got 15 points here in the second half.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Lee bounce pass. Sweet little floater. Lee's got his first 2 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Outside Griffin. Outside Thomas. Brown outside. 4 on the clock. Pass to B. Lets it fly from 18. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Comes up empty down low. Brooklyn leading by 14. Here's Durant on the jam by Kevin Durant.
It's hard to contain KD when he's going for a dunk. He's long and athletic.
Diallo inside. That one wide left.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets out in front as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Jackson. B out there with Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Hayes, and it's Magruder in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now. Aldridge, good.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pistons trail by 18. Now here's Hayes. Passes it to Diallo. Over Durant. Shot good by Diallo.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
KD drives in. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Wow, the skills at his size. Durant makes a number of moves every game that just leaves you shaking your head.
Detroit's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Hayes the pass to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
So for the Pistons, Hayes checked in for Diallo. Frank Jackson comes in for Jackson. And it's Cunningham in for Rodney Magruder. Durant, he gets that one. KD's got 43 points.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now, here's Cunningham, covered by Mills. Count the basket.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Outside for Durant. Fires from deep. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 4 assists now tonight.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pistons trail by 21. Hayes, bounce pass. Cunningham gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
There's the pass to Mills. It's deflected. Outside Jackson. Cunningham passes to B. Jackson in the corner. Shoots over Mills. Here's B. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
He cannot be contained right now. The hoop keeps getting bigger and bigger for him with each made shot.
Outside, KD. Pass to Bembry. Back to KD. Inside. And it goes down 2 points. KD's got 48.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in. Now, here's Cunningham, covered by Mills.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Bembry. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Down low. And Stewart gets it to go.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout. Fans, it's your Pistons mascot.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. To the wing on the left. Makes it off the glass.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
Serious power move from the point.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
At the line
And a look
for the
now how
Nets.
the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
What tremendous passing we've seen from them today. A very unselfish performance all around.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in the transition.
And Hayes kicks to Stewart. Pass to Bay. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Ooh, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
It's Durant on the wing. From deep. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Detroit's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Bay against KD. Here's Jackson. No good that time. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Nets leading by 22. And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit long. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now Cunningham. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Guarded by Jackson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Knocked loose. Mills with the steal. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Nice calculation by Mills and quick hands. We see it all the time. The turnover leading to points in transition.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Stewart trying to get open. Hayes, no good. The Nets on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Aldridge, and the jam by Aldridge.
You kidding me? It wasn't that Aldridge dunked it. It was the way he dunked it. He meant that one.
1:53 left in the game. And here's Bay. That's tipped. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. He takes it in, and good that time.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was.
For Kevin Durant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Here's Cunningham, and Durant sends it back. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. The dish to Mills. Covered by Hayes. The kick out to Aldridge. Shot clock at 3. The 11-footer. Again, the Nets for 2.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Passes it to Hayes. From deep, another 3 for Detroit.
Something that Killian wants to keep improving. When he's dialed in from deep, look out.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Charity stripe shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
At the line for your Pistons, Frank Jackson.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carter with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, KD. It was a good start. What happened with that rough patch later on, though?
We weren't disciplined. We were just shooting shots just to shoot them, throwing passes just to pass them. No sense of urgency, no purpose. And against a team like that, they're looking for something to get them back in the game, and we just let them back in.
Close the door, but stuff to work on, I know, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.